Hey everybody, I'm Starrman. Followed the Grateful Dead and the Rainbow Family for over 20 years. We've had 46 national rainbow gatherings every year since 1970, and you can go on to the website of the Rainbow Family of Living Light, and it'll tell you the whole thing about the Hopi prophecy, about the 13th tribe that was supposed to cure the land, and it's a lot of interesting stuff. What we do is we have councils like the Indians, and the Hopi prophecy, if you read about it, talks about the Rainbow Family of Living Light. So there's major focalizers throughout the United States, and then we have councils. So any hippie can show up, and there's no registration, there's no fees, there's no like, okay, you got to pass a test to be a hippie, you know. You show up, and immediately you can go into that council. And we pass the feather, and who's ever got the feather can speak, you know. And we have to decide where the new rainbow gathering is going to be at. It has to have a fresh water supply. It has to have enough parking for 20,000, you know, hippies. There's an extreme amount, and then we have to send people out to scout the land to make sure that it's okay. So there really is a very, very lot involved. But there are no leaders. There's no head, you know, guy at all. It's all about who wants to connect. Everybody is brother and sister, immediately, you know. And at those rainbow gatherings, there's about 5,000 people probably camped out at any one time, but there's 20,000 that come in and out to visit. You know what I'm saying? You can show up with no food. You will be fed. They really don't like green energy. Green energy is money. You know what I'm saying? If you're cold and you ain't got a sleeping bag or a tent, that will be provided for you. One of our major sayings at the Rainbow Family is, you will never see so many do so much for so little in return.
Yeah, they have an international presence too. I was just on the website. You can find them in Germany, Switzerland, most European countries.
Yep, we're all over. Hippies. And hippie, H-I-P-P-I-E. Happy, intelligent person pursuing infinite enlightenment.
Wow.
That's my definition of a hippie.
I love it. How did you get your nickname, Starrman?
Well, my first wife was my teacher. I married my teacher. There is a movie, I believe it was with Jeff Bridges, if I'm not mistaken, and it was called Starrman. And I used to wear a gold earring, and me and my wife were very much in love, and she wrote a poem called Starrman, and then that name stuck ever since. And believe me, the authorities know who you are. A lot of them think we're here to break down society, and you know what I'm saying. So they'd come into camp and they'd be like, "Okay, Starrman, Diamond Jim, Caveman, come over here. We got to talk." You know. It's definitely a political thing because we gather in a national forest, and it's a different national forest every year. The problem is let's say you had a church and you wanted to go into the national forest and have a little retreat. They want you to put who's in charge, but there are no leaders in the Rainbow Family. We have focalizers, we have, you know what I'm saying, but there's no head honcho, no leader. So we refuse to sign that. So every year since 1970, they say, well, you can't gather. The problem is hippies back in the 70s are now doctors and lawyers. And we have never, ever been refused a national gathering since 1970.
Do you think the system of the Rainbow Family, where there are no leaders, would benefit society today if people started taking individual responsibility for their own actions and didn't have any big figure to pin it on?
Yeah, you know what, as much as I would love to have an idea saying, well, here's the perfect idea for a utopian society, nobody's going to go hungry, everybody, you know, that ain't really going to happen.
How have you seen the Rainbow Family change from the first time you went as opposed to now?
I don't want to be negative at all. You know what I'm saying? But like any group in society, it takes all kinds. After Jerry Garcia, and there's a difference between Deadheads and the Rainbow Family. The main difference is Deadheads are very money oriented because you're traveling 3,000 miles every day to try to hit a new show. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to have the money to get there. So what happened was after Jerry died, all the Deadheads started trying to come to the Rainbow Family. And excuse my French, but we dig shitters. You know what I'm saying? You got a 1 foot long, 6 foot, 4 feet deep, 8 feet long, just like the Army. You know?
Yeah.
They don't want to do that. When you're feeding people, you got to cut a lot of wood to feed 20,000 people to make a fire to cook the food. You know? They don't want to. They want to reap the benefits of dancing around naked, having a good time, and getting high. To be blunt, you know what I'm saying? So there is a difference. Though we would never. Nobody is ever turned away because of race, credo, religion.